in Italy. Well, not quite. We're in Venice, Florida. And the Venetian Golf Club, newly reborn, might have some aspects that remind you of Italy. You'll see why on this latest episode of The Traveling Golfer.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf smart.
At Yingling, we've been brewing great beer that brings people together for nearly 2 centuries. Wherever good times happen, Yingling Traditional Lager has been there and will be for the next round. Yingling, to good times ahead.
The time is now. Myrtle Beach golf has never looked better. And your best shot is yet to come. Embrace every moment and escape to your course of choice.
It screams. It tracks. It's soft. It reacts. It is the Bridgestone Tour B with a game-changing reactive cover designed to spring faster off your driver and stick longer to your wedges. Try Bridgestone's Tour Bs, the Tour Ball reinvented.
Chris Souchak, head golf professional, Venetian Golf Club. Been here for a while, Chris.
19 years. We opened in 2003 and been here ever since.
Ever since 2003, and still here under the current ownership and operation of Heritage Golf Group, and with a bright future. But before we go any further, does that Souchak name ring a bell with any of you? Your dad.
Yep. Mike Souchak. Yep.
Mike Souchak, PGA Tour, known as Big Mike, huh?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of that came because of his background playing football. He was in stature a little bigger than the guys he competed with, whether it was Hogan or Palmer or Flair. He wasn't a big guy, but he did hit it a long ways, and obviously a pretty good player.
He sure did, and there's quite a reputation. And Chris, you've developed quite a reputation here at the Venetian, and going further as the course is sort of reborn. That's got to make you feel good.
Oh yeah, now we're fortunate to have Heritage Golf Group join and take ownership. This property deserves a lot, and they're giving it what it deserves. Early on, they've made a lot of big changes, and they're going to continue to do so.
Yeah. So changes to the course that you've known and loved for a long time, but there are still some playing characteristics of it that really aren't going to change. The one I like is when you step up on that first tee, and it pretty much continues all the way through 18, all kinds of room.
Oh yeah, it is. We call it user-friendly. You know, these fairways are generous. It makes it fun and enjoyable for all players, whether you're a beginning golfer or an advanced golfer, single-digit handicap. Those big fairways, those undulating greens, there's a lot of character to the golf course.
Even I can hit fairways this wide. Player-friendly changes a little bit as you come to the approach shots. Almost every green perched up in the air, and almost every green with moderate to very severe undulation. I've said it's somewhat Augusta-ish in its feel around the greens, with those chip shots, many times you say, I thought I could get it a lot closer to the hole than I do, and you really never do because it takes some bounces. And then, of course, getting it in the hole, well, that's another whole story here.
Well, it is. Like you say, the challenge is there. The chipping, the putting. As in any golf course, you have to practice your short game.
The one other thing I would say about the course is it is one of the more interesting courses in the area. Let's face it, Florida flatland, not so much here. They dredged a lot of these lakes, built a lot of the features, so there is a lot of roll to the property. 18 different holes out here, so much interest. You've got to have some favorites.
13, shortest par 3 we have out here. It's called Deception, and it's called Deception for a reason. It's just a fun hole to play.
Number 13, par 3. So often, hit a good shot, it comes up short. That's why they call it Deception. I have had nothing but fun every time I've played the Venetian. It's a course that's getting better day by day, and for you to be a part of that, Chris, is exciting. I'm excited for you to be part of this progress that's taking place.
Yeah. Very fortunate to be here, and everybody that's here on property is fortunate, whether they're members or staff members. We're lucky to be here.
Chris Soucek, come and say hi to him when you're at the Venetian. You won't regret it.
Hi, I'm Matt Neely, Vice President of Product Development at Tour Edge Golf. With the 722 lineup and every new product launch, we're given the incredible opportunity to build upon our past successes and failures to create new and exciting products to bring to the marketplace. With that opportunity comes a lot of pressure to create product that is actually better than the ones that came before it. That process involves the creation and iteration of multiple product lines, iterating and improving until we have a product that fits all of our criteria. The final output requires a lot of boxes to be checked before we consider our job done. When looks, feel, and performance all match up with our expectations, there's no better feeling in the world. It's not all sunshine and roses though. Along the way, we end up with a lot of failed prototypes. A lot of great ideas on paper that really end up being complete failures in practice. If I could walk you through our R&D library, you'd see a lot of things that would make you turn your head or perhaps even walk away from golf altogether. But with every failed prototype comes some great learning about what to do and what not to do. And if we aren't failing, then we aren't pushing the envelope far enough. With 722, you'll get the chance to see some of these successes. A well-rounded product lineup capable of fitting a wider array of golfers that is, in my opinion, our best product launch ever. But just know that somewhere at Tour Edge headquarters, there's a box full of failures.
Are you an E or a C?
Both have Ridgeback.
These are loaded with tech.
Which one are you gaming?
Definitely E for me.
It's just so forgiving.
I'm definitely an E.
C is for Cheka. What else?
C is for kill it. C is me. Low spinning bombs.
So, are you an E or a C?
I don't know. Hey, wait a minute.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
It screams. It tracks. It's soft. It reacts. It is the Bridgestone Tour B with a game-changing reactive cover designed to spring faster off your driver and stick longer to your wedges. Try Bridgestone's Tour Bs, the Tour Ball reinvented.
You don't have to go away to get away. Go and explore. Find the small businesses that make where you live a community. When you dine, choose homemade. On a free weekend, discover the great outdoors. And if it's brewed here, enjoy it with friends. Support small for an experience you won't find anywhere else. Make it local, make it Main Street, make it Modco.
At Yingling, as America's oldest brewery, we've been doing what we love for nearly 2 centuries. Brewing great beer that brings people together. Like friends catching up at their favorite spot or getting together to watch the game. Kicking back, going out, or going all out, Yingling Traditional Lager has been at the center of good times, and we'll be there for the next round. Yingling, to good times ahead.
Andy Miller, Chief Revenue Officer for the Heritage Golf Group. And this is a project that I've been following for a couple of years, from a little tiny company to growing so fast. I don't even want to say the numbers because it's changing so fast. Tell us about the development of the Heritage Golf Group and your involvement.
Well, thank you, Tony. Certainly, Mark Burnett, who's our Chief Executive Officer and a capital partner, KSL Equity Group, about 2.5 years ago wanted to get back into the golf space. They have over 30 years of recreational hospitality involvement. And so Mark had a vision for being able to buy a small company at the time, Heritage Golf Group, with its 6 clubs. We believed it was a great platform to be able to begin consolidating private country clubs on the eastern coast, from New York all the way down to Florida. And here at Venetian, for example, you've been watching Venetian for a number of years, and when we took over Venetian, we brought in one of our young stars, golf course superintendent Kelby, because of his...
Kelby Langston,
the work that he did over at TPC Prestancia in Sarasota. He's come over here, and at least from the members' comments and the residents' comments, we're going in the right direction here.
So the big difference between Heritage Golf Group and some other management companies is they just manage. Heritage Golf Group owns and operates. Vested interest, and that is a world of difference in the golf business.
Well, this business takes financial capital and it takes human capital. And so when we're using the human capital, we like to marry that with the financial capital to be able to really take the club to a new level for the next generation.
In many cases, you're acquiring a property that has a lot of unhappy members.
And it's our goal to learn what they're unhappy about, and then we can quickly develop a plan to resurrect the club from the struggles that it may have been having. And so in this club's case, they had some real challenges with the bunkers and other areas on the golf course. And so we bring the human capital, Kelby, in, we bring the financial capital in, and we have really had a great market response to this. Just the rebirth of the Venetian Club.
Yeah. Well, we're getting testimony from a number of different people about the progress at the Venetian. Let's talk about the progress with the Heritage Golf Group in other areas. For example, South Florida. I know that you've had some acquisitions here.
We're very bullish on Florida. So Heritage, we were called by a club in Boca Raton called Boca Point Country Club. And Fort Myers, great market, vibrant market. We really like the area. And Pelican Preserve was another property that was owned by the Lennar Company. Lennar selected us as the next steward of the Venetian in Pelican Preserve.
One of the properties that you already had as part of the Heritage Golf Group, but it's a great story because of the major renovation taking place. TPC Tampa, recognition factor there.
Wow, what a great property. That was one of the original 6 in the Heritage Group that we acquired, and it's a daily fee course, Tony, which is something that it is nice to have. It's a regional iconic property.
Finally, you're out in Chicago, other areas of the country, but one particular area that you've grown is going to have a lot of interest to a lot of people. The New York metro area and North Jersey.
Right. You have a big following in that area, don't you?
Sure
You've got some footprints there. No, we have been very bullish on New Jersey and actually Westchester County. There's 4 clubs in our collection there over the last 2 years that we've acquired. Great golf courses. We've spent millions of dollars, at some of them and millions at others, and just, again, realigning them for the next generation of members.
Andy Miller, Chief Revenue Officer, Heritage Golf Group, one of the fastest growing entities in the entire golf industry. Kelby Langston, golf course superintendent, and the man on whose shoulders the responsibility was placed for the rebirth here at the Venetian Golf Club. Kelby, it was quite a responsibility and quite a small period of time.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. It was a lot of work. It's come fast. You know, there's some days where you feel pretty good about it, and those days you feel like there's still a lot of work left to do.
Well, there were a number of things on the docket for you to address immediately, and number one were all these beautiful bunkers here at the Venetian.
Yeah. So when we got here, we had about 80,000 square feet of bunkers, and so we were able to reduce that to 40,000 square feet and still maintain the strategic aspect that is so unique to this golf course, and then also make it a little bit more maintenance friendly and a little bit more player friendly for our membership.
In doing that, you went to a physical reconstruction of the bunkers, a system that a lot of people know.
Yeah, so we ended up going with the Better Billy system.
Better Billy bunker system, how about that? A little onomatopoeia there for all of you poetic people. Tell our viewers what that system actually does. It's a complete reconstruction from top to bottom of the bunkers.
Right. So we were able to use our existing drainage, and then above the drainage that was already in the bunkers, we went with 4 inches of gravel. And then once that gravel is set, they spray an epoxy over it, and it kind of seals the bunker. So you don't have to worry about washouts or, sand going to the bottom of the bunker off of your slopes and stuff like that.
Or weeds growing up from the bottom.
Yeah.
But it still allows drainage.
Yes.
How about that? It's pretty versatile.
Yeah.
And once that was done, brand new sand came in.
Right. Yeah. So we ended up going with the G-angle sand. And so, playability aspect has done great for us. Drainage aspects has done great with us, and just made it easier all around maintenance-wise for us.
It's not what you would call a non-invasive process. So as a result, the surrounds for all these bunkers had to be rebuilt too.
Right, yeah. So we ended up putting about 3 acres of sod out. We went with Tip Tough type of Bermuda grass, and did anything that where we moved dirt, we went back with Tip Tough and began the process this spring of growing it back in, and hopefully by fall when people start coming in, can't even tell that there used to be bunkers in some of the areas.
Yeah, that's the nice part about Florida weather and Bermuda grass. It knits together so quickly.
Right.
You can hardly even see the seams, and this is only a couple of months after this returfing was done. So, hats off to you and Mother Nature.
Right. Yes, Mother Nature, for sure.
A lot of roller coaster rides on the greens here at the Venetian. One of the things you have to be careful with when you have these severely undulating greens, well, I'm going to say it's 2 things. Speed, hole location. What do you say, Kelby?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So, with this much undulation, let's face it, the greens are somewhat Augusta National style, but they don't quite have the players.
No, or the green speed.
Right. And so tell us what you have to do to make these playable and enjoyable for the members.
For the most part, we're going for playability. With our membership, we don't have to worry about pushing green speeds, and so those kind of go hand in hand. So the lower our green speeds are, then the more pinnable locations we have.
Another big project here, rebuilding a number of the tees that had either sloped off over the years or just needed some tender loving care. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so when we got on property, there's a lot of tee boxes that are void of grass, or some are just so uneven that even if we did grow back the grass, you'd still have an uneven tee box. So a good example of that is right here on number 8, where we ended up just completely stripping the tee box, laser leveling it, and then going back with the tip tough.
So this was done on a number of the tees. Did you increase the teeing area?
No, we pretty much stayed the same. Didn't move a whole lot of material on tee boxes besides just leveling them out.
Mm-hmm. Now, of course, there are a number of tees here at the Venetian, and that makes it a lot more playable for a lot of different members. Mm-hmm. How many tees do you have?
We have 7 sets of tees.
That is modern golf, folks. 7 sets of tees. Let the players play where they want to play.
Right.
What a concept.
The time is now. Myrtle Beach Golf has never looked better, and your best shot is yet to come. Embrace every moment and escape to your course of choice.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf smart.
Tradition at its best. Golf lives right here in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Home to the most historic, top-ranked clubs in the country. More than 50 courses and over 300,000 yards of green. With nearly 80 nearby hotels, incredible attractions, and dining options. It's clear Montgomery County isn't just a place to play golf. It's a destination. Stay and play in Montgomery County. Book your tee time now at montcogolf.com.
When it comes to running a club, you need somebody who has experience in the industry in a lot of different facets. Jay Pittman, General Manager at the Venetian Club. Well, he's been around.
Yes, sir, Tony. Over 35 years in the golf industry, as you said, various roles, and real happy to be here.
Lifetime member to the PGA, so we got the golf side. Also many years in hospitality. So this is all part of the formula for the Venetian Club, and in this particular case, rolling it out for something in the future that's going to be even bigger than it ever was in its past life.
Absolutely, we've got a lot of things coming down the pike. We're very excited.
Yeah, Heritage Golf Group always growing, and of course, in this particular case, affording the Venetian members opportunities not only to play here, but at some of the other properties.
Our brand new product, the Heritage Plus, it's going to be really great. Having all of our members the opportunity to experience all of our clubs throughout our portfolios.
So they go north in the summertime, they can play some of the courses up there. And then of course when they're south throughout the winter, you've got properties in Florida.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about the club itself. Magnificent clubhouse. When you pull up here, you say, wow, this is really a piece of architecture.
Yes, sir. It's the curb appeal is fantastic. Just a beautiful building, and we'd like to think it's just a part of our entire membership here at the Venetian Golf Club. Great golf course, wonderful staff, and I think you'll be really happy with the experience here.
And the second floor with all the view, dining room, the bar, the grill, and then of course that patio for outdoor dining overlooking the pond and the 18th hole. Pretty cool.
Absolutely. Again, just a really neat experience.
Yeah. So tell us about the food and beverage operation. I know that has always been a focus of Heritage Golf Group when they come into a property because their background was in hospitality.
Absolutely. Food and beverage is a very integral part of the operation. And we begin a lot of programming, a lot of new programming, such thing as trivia nights or name a tune nights, member events, member-centric events that our members have just, absolutely fallen in love with as we've started them and been very well attended. So we're looking at continue to expand those F&B opportunities.
Folks, get a chance, stop by the Venetian, talk to Gary Weller. He's the membership director. Maybe he'll take you on a little bit of a tour, see that beautiful grill room and restaurant upstairs and that incredible patio overlooking everything. It's really a fun place to go. If you can't find Gary, Jay's always around. His middle name is Hospitality.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you very much, Tony.
For me, there's absolutely nothing like sunset over the golf course. Well, on the west coast of Florida, they have pretty special sunsets almost every night on the beaches, along the Intercoastal Waterway, and here at Venetian Golf Club. We hope you like this very special look inside the gates, and we look forward to seeing you again somewhere along the golf trail.